Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about working with theme in ProPresenter. The last video I did, I talked about presentation, which how to create a presentation or lyrics, adding lyrics to your playlist in ProPresenter. So like I said, today we are going to be talking about theme. So as you can see, I'm currently in ProPresenter 18 right now. As you can see, the software is open. So this is my lyrics. I have is one song there which is open up. So if I click on one slide, so you see the way it look right here in the live output. So the way it's looking like this is like it's because of a particular thing I set for these lyrics. So to access your theme, just click on this theme button right here. If you click on it, you can see like I have multiple themes right here. It's because I installed them. That's the reason why these themes are here. So you is either you create your own theme, or maybe you have an external theme for ProPresenter theme file that you are installing. So before you can see the theme right here. So I installed some, I created some for myself. So if I click on this one that I created for myself, if I click on this now, so I have multiple one right here. So I have one which is lower third, which is for I use for live streaming, connected to my by connecting this ProPresenter to OBS for streaming. So I have two lower thirds right here. This one is lower third, but it is like all the text inside that theme are not all caps. I have one which is all cap also, and I have one which I'm currently using right now. This is just a double bar, and we have another which is this is all cap, and this one is just a like a nameplate. So there's it. Now if I select this, as you can see, all the theme for the text change. If I click on this, you can see that the theme change right here. So let's say that we have image here. Let me just select one image right here. So let's just use this. If I select this image right here now, right now, if I select this image, you're going to see that we have a gradient, like a dark gradient backdrop at the end of the lyrics, so which make the white text to to pop out more. It is better than just putting the white text in front of the video. Though we are going to be the way we are going to be using this, because it's live streaming, we are going to be, is a lower third, is going to bring in front of a video, not image. I'm just using this image like an example. So if I select, let's say I have select another image, let's just see, let's see this one. Though like I said, we are not using image because it's a live stream, so we are going to be using video. So this one is going to be in front of video. I can just click this. When I send this out, it's currently sending out to NDI because I configured the screen. You are going to learn about configuring soon. So I configured the screen to send NDI output. So that's another thing. Then as you can see right now, if I click on this thing, if I change it to, so let's say something like this. So if I select this right now, you can see the theme is selected. Let me see, I think we have another theme here. So this is just for live streaming. This is a lower third. So if I come to theme right here and think I have some themes from, okay, if I select this worship right here, so these are other themes also that I can select. So number one, we have this one, which is everything is name, LV, medium, zoom, boot zoom, and so on. So let's just say I select this V right here. So if I select this is going to be good when you are displaying to the screen. So let's, if you select a background for this particular slide, let's use this. So you can see it's looking okay. If I select another slide, same thing, selecting this slide, you can see selecting this slide, so it look okay. I can decide to change the thing. I come to by clicking on this thing button right here, and let's see this heavy zoom. If I click on this one is even looking more better. So this that's how team works. So now I'm going to like walk you through how to create one by yourself if you don't have any. So you can create a team by yourself using this. Just come back to this team button, go back here right here. So as you can see, we have a plus button right here. So with this plus button, you can create your own team. So click on this plus button right here. You can see, so what is the name you're giving to your team? I just name these okay, let's see, go. Okay, let's just name that go. So if I say click on save right here, it's already saved. So it's going to open this editor right here. So this is a team editor. You can, if I come back to show right here, I can, if I want to edit this theme again, I can just come click on this more, then click on this theme editor to access the theme. So you can see I'm currently in Go. Now let's create like maybe for our screen. So I'm going to create like 3 themes. You know, okay, the first thing we're going to be creating, maybe I'm going to create for number one, lower thirds, how to create lower thirds. Number one, that's number one, and we're going to create for screen also. So that's lyrics. Then we're still going to create another one for scriptures, lower third scriptures, and we're going to create another one for for maybe screen scriptures also. So now the first one I'm going to do now, as you can see, this is only we only have one thing here, which is the text box. So okay, now if I select this, I can just, this is just like a simple one, right? So don't forget that the perfect font, one of the perfect font for displaying on the, maybe on the screen or live streaming, is CMG. Is a very good font. So I'm going to select CMG here. So I'm going to change this to like bold. So as you can see right here, I can just increase the size. Let's say something like 70 right here. 70. So I think 70 looks okay. Right now let's use it to something like 80. It will be fine. Now this 18. So we just create one thing. As you can see, as simple as it is, we create one thing. So let's just duplicate this. Let's create for lower thirds also. So to create thing for lower third, just now let's, the first thing I want to do now is that let me just move this right here. So uh like I said, when I started tutorial, I said I'm on ProPresenter 18. So this interface is different from other ProPresenter version, like version 16. They're still using version 7 or something like 6. So the interface is different. So this is just like a new tool. So if I click on this on your own, if you want to, you are going to see one plus button right here. So if you click on that plus button, you're going to see same thing that I'm seeing right here. So but here I'm just going to click this, then let's just select this rectangle right here. So I'm going to, since that we are creating in lower third with a dark gradient backdrop, so I'm just going to resize this right here. I think this is okay. All right, now if I come to color right here, right, as you can see, now there's one thing I want to let you to know. As you can see, I'm currently in text, so I'm going to come back to shape since we are editing the shape. Now here, view, as you can see now, view, I'm going to change this to gradient right here. So I'll change that to gradient. So first of all, before I continue, so I'm going to change like these two color are, they are very close to each other, so I'm not going to know the angle of the gradient. So let's just change this one to something like red. So if I select this dark red, as you can see what I'm saying now, we have the red over here. So I'm just going to change this to something like, let's say 90 degree, and see. Okay, I think that's okay. So but we are not using red, so I'm going to change this back to black, then this blue one to transparent. Now you see we are having something like a white right here, because this transparent is under white. I can just click on this advanced color right here, then you can see now, see what I'm saying, it is white transparent. So I'm just going to move this product to down here to the bottom right here. So this is the S code for black. So as you can see now, we have a very cool gradient. Now if I select this text right here, we've created our backdrop, as you can see. So if I select this text right here, then I'm just going to resize the text. So sorry about that. So let's, okay, now this is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to bring this to the back for easy editing, and then I'm going to lock it. So let's work on our text. So I'll just select the text right here. So I'm going to resize it. Okay, so we still have some right here. So I'm going to maybe resize this, move it in left, then bring this right here, then do the resizing. All right, now I'm going to go back to text here. We select the font we selected is this bold, but the font size is too much. So let's use something like 50. If I click on 50, I think that one is okay. Okay, let's use 60. It looks small right now, so 60 is okay. So these are to create lower dots with the a dark gradient to make the white text pop, so that's one for the lyrics, which means we are going to use this one for scoring and this one for lower third, maybe for streaming. Now let's create for Bible also. I'm just going to let's add a new slide, a new theme slide. So here we are creating for Bible. So it's the when creating for Bible, if it's the lyrics, we only adjust the lyrics on the screen. But for Bible, we are going to create where the Bible verse is going to display, where the reference is going to display, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, since that, just like I said, I just installed this ProPresenter, so no Bible is installed right now. So the next time I will be talking about Bible, I would have installed the Bible, then we are going to continue the tutorial on this theme. But I'm just going to create the theme right now and show you how it's going to work. Now let's see. By now the first thing I want to do right now is that let's create this text now. Then we select the font. Let's select font CMG using our CMG font. So let's select CMG right here and choose something like bold. Okay, bold right here. Now this is where our verse is going to show right there. Then the next thing I want to do is that I want to rename this to, let's say, sorry, so let's just select the text and rename this to Bible text, or let's just say Bible verse. Okay, now I want to create a new, what do you call it, a new layer. So I'm just going to select a rectangle right here. Let's select a rectangle. All right, then before we continue, I'm just going to select this text right here, then add a stroke just to mark. I'm still going to remove the stroke just to mark the, what do you call it, the oh sorry, I just activate stroke for the text. So I supposed to activate it for this rectangle shape. So if I select stroke right here, just to mark the where the top and the bottom of this of this text box. So now I'm just going to resize this. You can place this anywhere you want, so I'm just placing it here, right here. So as you can see right now, we have this, so I can just change the color of this shape to something like, I like yellow very much, so let's just use this yellow. So I'm just going to remove the stroke for this one right now. So I just remove the stroke. Here we are going to create another. Let's rename this to Bible reference. Bible reference, sorry about that, background, just back. So we are going to create another thing, which is another text box. I'm just going to click on this text right here. Then we are going to name this, let's resize it first. Alright. Alright. So I just resize this way. Then I think, okay. Let me move it up a little. It's my keyboard. Now then resize this. So the next I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to reduce the size right here because it's too much. Then let's select bold just to make the text bold, but let's use something like italic, bold italic. Then I would like to do a little customization, which is change the color to something like, let's say, black, to make it pop out. So now if I think we are done with that. So let's just come back to, okay, let's create one for, what do you call it, for lower third also. Now this one is for the screen. Let's create another one by clicking on this plus button right here. For lower third, I want to do something, and like I want to go in another dimension. So I'm just going to select a rectangle right here, put this here. So I think I have a layout in mind.